We begin tonight with a regional approach to growth and the need for housing. A coalition of mayors from 15 communities, including Boston, is setting a new regional housing goal, 185,000 new units by the year 2030. The goal was announced today in Somerville at a future site of housing near the Green Line extension. The announcement follows efforts at the State House to reduce barriers to more housing, mainly in the suburbs.
1 out of every 10 homeowners and 1 out of every 4 renters currently pay over half of their income to cover housing costs. This is a burden even for those who are well off. But if you are a low or moderate income household, it is impossible for you to pay so much for housing and still be able to cover the other necessities of life, much less to save for the future. Many of these problems stem from the fact that housing supply is not keeping up with demand.
Our region is in the midst of a housing emergency. It is a crisis of housing affordability and availability, and it has deep and disastrous impacts on individuals and families alike for every one of our communities. This crisis is not contained by municipal boundaries. I think we can agree upon that. It is a problem of such scale and scope that it demands cities, towns, and the state come together to develop bold regional solutions.
Whether you work in Boston and live outside the city, or live outside the city and work in Boston, the synergy of that activity benefits all municipalities in the metropolitan area. So Boston's certainly proud and happy to do its share in dealing with a thriving, growing economy and thriving and growing population. But we're thrilled to be able to partner regionally with other municipalities to achieve the goals that really serve all of us.
One of the things that people like about New England is the small town feel of things, and so geographically you can't fit all of the housing you need in 1 or 2 communities. So this is a great approach to regional thinking about how you match your economy's goals with where your workers are going to live.